The Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens were planning to select Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round with the 141st overall selection. But when he found out, he got word back to the Ravens that he preferred not to go to a place where he would be competing and backing up Lamar Jackson. He wanted to be in a place. And so when the Ravens got that message, they pivoted, went a different direction with the 141st overall selection. And 3 picks later, the Cleveland Browns selected Shedeur Sanders, who will be in Baltimore today, where he could have been spending his NFL career.
NFL insider Adam Scher recently shared a story that surprised many fans and analysts. According to him, Shedeur Sanders made a shocking choice during the NFL draft. He turned down an offer from the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens wanted him as a backup to Lamar Jackson, which most players would gladly accept. But Sanders wasn't interested in sitting on the bench. He knew Lamar was locked in as the starter, so his chances to play would be very low. Instead of waiting for a chance that might never come, Sanders decided to follow his own path. This bold choice, first reported by Adam Schefter, shows how confident and ambitious he is. But what made Sanders say no? And what does this mean for his future in the NFL? Let's find out.
Willing to back up Lamar Jackson, preferred not to do that. And so Shedeur Sanders will make that trip to Baltimore today. Could have been a Raven, but he's a Brown, 3rd string on the depth chart.
Scher went on to say that Shedeur Sanders could have joined the Ravens, but chose not to. At the time, it looked like a bold and maybe even risky move. Now he's on the bench with his current team, still waiting for a chance to play. A reminder of how tough the NFL really is. No matter how talented you are, nothing is guaranteed. Sanders is currently 3rd on the depth chart, and it's unclear if he would have played much for the Ravens either. Still, his choice to turn down their offer shows his strong belief in himself. Fans and analysts are divided. Some say it was brave and smart, others think it was a mistake.
You want to go somewhere where you compete to be a starter? That's me. I mean, I don't play quarterback, but I hear that. Listen, I just want to go to any team where I can compete being behind Lamar Jackson, or I just want to be a starter. Where can I compete to be a starter? I think that's what Shedeur was thinking there.
Does it make sense to you, Randy, for him to say?
Many analysts supported Shedeur Sanders, saying he made the right decision by not joining the Ravens. If he had accepted that backup role, he might have spent years on the bench. However, Randy Scott disagreed. He criticized Sanders for saying no to such a big opportunity. He pointed out that Sanders was drafted in the 5th round, yet still refused to be a backup. Scott noted that Sanders chose to join the Cleveland Browns instead of the Ravens, even though the Ravens have a great history of developing quarterbacks like Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson. To Scott, turning down the Ravens meant missing out on valuable training and development.
I think this is insane, right? Like, if this is true, I think this is crazy, right? At this point, you're in the 5th round. I understand you had higher hopes, but you've dropped to the 5th round, and you're thinking about being a starting quarterback the next year. I think this is incredibly short-sighted. Like, if you're in this situation, you want to go to an organization that is going to develop you, right? Here you have the Baltimore Ravens, the model of stability in the NFL. This regime's been together for how many decades now? And actually has a track record to develop quarterbacks. Joe Flacco, Lamar, right?
Joining the Browns might not have been a smart move, because they've struggled with quarterbacks for years. He wondered why Sanders thought he could find stability there when the team has gone through so many QBs. With such a record, Scott questioned how Sanders expected to build a solid career.
You choose the Cleveland Browns because you think you have a chance to start the next year? And mind you, the Cleveland Browns, who are on the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to stability, right? This is the same organization that walked away from Baker Mayfield as the #1 pick.
But in the end, they thought he should have learned under Lamar Jackson and used that time to grow. But now his choice seems smarter. Sanders didn't want to live in another quarterback's shadow. He wanted to build his own legacy. His move to work. So, what do you think? Did Shedeur Sanders make a brave, confident move? Or did he pass up a big opportunity to grow?